Yeah. You know what? I like the players. No dickity, no doubt.
There's several types of PEDs. These include steroids, stimulants, human growth hormones, and plenty of supplements.
Hi, I'm Hannah Everman, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the negative side effects of taking steroids. According to muscleandstrength.com, steroids have a big effect on your body. This affects the face, eyes, hair, heart, chest, bones, muscles, and tendons, and of course many more. Starting with the face, steroids have a high level of water retention, which causes the round face look with puffy cheeks. And in women, it is known for them to grow facial hair and their voice to deepen. Women, this isn't cute. No man wants a woman who's more manlier than he is. And that's pretty manly. Long-term use can damage the eyes, causing eye infection. Male pattern baldness is seen in the hair, and that is seen in both men and women. And if you continue to use these steroids, then it can cause your hair follicles to die, and then that leads to permanent baldness. Steroids can cause heart disease, and that becomes evident due to the high increases of total cholesterol, causing a buildup of cholesterol leading to a stroke. In the breast area, it's very common for men to grow boobs. Men, this isn't cute. No woman wants a man whose boobs are bigger than hers. That isn't cute. In teenagers and males in their 20s that they're not fully developed, it can actually stunt their growth because their bones don't have enough time to grow completely before they start messing with them with the steroids. Then steroids can make a person feel a lot stronger than they really are, which they cause them to lift heavier weights because they think that they're so much stronger. But that actually causes their muscles to tear, and then muscles can get stronger faster than tendons, and they have a greater possibility of a tendon rupture to occur. These are all negative side effects of taking steroids.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Steroids are synthetic substances used to stimulate proteins and build non-fat muscle mass.
I'm Wright, and I'm here with Coach Z. He's the head strength and conditioning coach here at Morgan State, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about PEDs. How big of an edge do PEDs give to an athlete?
I think PEDs give depending on what you're using, I think it gives a pretty big edge. In terms of skill of your sport, it doesn't increase that at all. So for example, like a football player, baseball player, it's not going to make a baseball player, hit the ball better or, throw the ball in it more accurately as a pitcher. Football player, same thing. It's not going to make you catch. It's not going to teach you blocking or anything like that. In my opinion, what I've seen with PEDs, the real edge it gives you is recovery. So for example, like you can, some of the bigger name athletes have gotten caught with them, like they're able to beat their body up to a degree that we couldn't beat ourselves up to, just based on their athleticism and genetics and whatnot. So they can beat themselves up, and then they take these drugs or they take these supplements to help them to recover faster. So you're able to have more 10 days. So you can have an excellent workout. A couple hours later, have another good workout. A couple hours later, have another good workout. In terms of it will not lift the weight for you, and it will not do all that stuff for you. It does not give you crazy Hulk strength or anything like that, but it makes you recover a lot better, and it does make you stronger because you're able to recover and because you're able to do more work than someone not on these drugs. So it does give you an advantage, but an advantage with recovery, I think.
And what do you think about young teens ages 16 to 20 using PEDs to create an edge?
I think it's sad. I think it's the times, unfortunately, we live in. I don't like to see athletes pigeonhole themselves in one sport at that age, but they do. They're facing a lot of pressure from outside sources such as media, coaches, peers, everything like that. To say it's a new problem, it's not really a new problem. People have always been trying to find that edge and trying to find that way to make themselves better. But it's definitely, you don't want to see someone that age doing that. It's just like any other problem they'll face.
Side effects of steroids are mood swings,
Manic behavior,
insomnia.
irritability.
I'm Luke Humphreys, and this is Chris LaPole, Assistant Athletic Director and Director of Sports Medicine. We've got some questions for you today. What harm can PEDs or performance-enhancing drugs cause to our body?
In a general sense, some of them can have some issues with internal organs. Our kidneys have to work harder to filter out these drugs that we put in our body. And if they work too hard, you can end up with some big-time kidney issues, such as renal failure and some things like that. And outside of other internal organ issues, there's chemical dependency issues. So they can be very detrimental to our bodies.
What risks are involved with abuse of the PEDs?
Once you get into the abuse, like I said, you get into some dependency type things. You can become addicted to these things, and with that, there's always that the feeling of I need that, and then you can't really get off of it. So then that can lead to possible other drug use, thinking you need that because let's say you use something throughout the day that makes you so high and gets you ready to go for your workout, or you use the steroids and that sort of thing. And then at night, because you're so amped up, you can't sleep. So sometimes athletes will turn to something like an Ambien, but they need to sleep at night. And then now you've got other chemical dependency as well.
What can happen to your body once you have stopped using PEDs?
So your kidneys will eventually get back to kind of where they were, unless you got into something like a renal failure. Sometimes with PEDs, if we're going the steroid route, our bodies will stop producing as much testosterone, so we'll become more dependent on the drug itself. And then if we do that, once we go off of it, there's other issues because as a male, we need that testosterone even into our late 40s, mid-50s, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of things that can kind of go wrong, especially when we come off of it. Other things like emotional changes will happen as well.
Yeah. You know what? I like the players. No diggity, no doubt. Play on, play it. Play on, play it. Yo, Trey, drop the verse.
It's going down, fade to black sheep. The homies got